Hi! Today I am doing a chat video about what it's like being multi-fandom and the benefits and also the negative aspects of being multi-fandom in K-pop, because this was a video that's been requested to me a couple of times of just me talking about being multi-fandom. So here we go, let's do it. If you do not know, I am a fan of too many groups, like just too many groups. And every time a new group debuts, I'm like, oh, I could stan. And then I'm like, no, I shouldn't stan. And then I'm like, but I could stan. Yeah, let's talk about the struggle that is being multi-fandom and the benefits of being multi-fandom, because I wouldn't honestly have it any other way. I would just, I don't know. So I want to say, first of all, that this is not a video hating on solo stans or hating on like stans of just one group. I do think it's fine to be into only one group, that one group that got you into K-pop, and not be interested in other groups. I think that's okay if that's your taste. If you've listened to the other groups, I would say give the other groups a chance. If they're not your cup of tea, they're not your cup of tea. That's totally fine. I'm not asking you to like love every single group out there. You are a solo stan and you hate on multi-fandom stans, like that's not really cool either, you know what I mean? So I am a multi-fandom stan. I have 5 ultimates currently. I collect so many groups. I probably stan about 70 groups. My definition of stan is knowing all the members' names of a group and listening to all of their music and anticipating their comebacks, not necessarily collecting them, but just like knowing their names and knowing their music is my definition of stan. I think different people use different definitions, and that's totally cool. First of all, I want to say the best part about being multi-fandom is there is literally new music all the time. Like, if you stan one group and you listen to that one group, that is like the only music that's coming out of K-pop this year for you. And maybe you stan a group like Monsta X, who release new music every other month, which is what one of the groups that I stan, and that's fine and all. But if you stan a group like Super Junior or Infinite, 2 of my other alts, they don't really release music as often as that. Well, Super Junior kind of does, but Infinite, man, you're gonna wait like years in between comebacks. Or Shiny, or like if you listen to one group like Golden Child, when was the last time Golden Child had a comeback? I don't know. But or BTS don't release things as frequently as they used to. They still release a lot of music and a lot of content, but you don't know if that's gonna be forever or what. So yeah, that's my like first benefit of being multi-fandom. The second benefit is that when groups collab, it's like the best day ever, because your groups are VIX and Monsta X did that collab. I was like, I love VIX, I love Monsta X, this is the best day in the entire world. Or when like Shiny's Key and Infinite's Wooyeon did Two Heart, I was like, I love Infinite, I love Shiny, this is the best day ever. And I think that it continues like that. Or if you're watching a variety show, you could just watch it for like multiple people, which is exciting. Like sometimes there's multiple people from multiple groups, or you'll see like interactions backstage or all sorts of stuff if they're promoting at the same time. And then also a lot of groups come to the US. KCON is the thing. I think if you're multi-fandom, KCON is a great option for you. I've never been to KCON. My plan is to go to KCON next year. I really hope it works out because I really want to go. But KCON I think is good for someone like me who stands so many groups, because there are some groups that probably will never get concerts in the US, but they'll come to KCON. So you can see them at KCON. You can see them perform live. And yeah, I don't think KCON is, I mean, do whatever you want, but I don't think KCON concerts are ideally for solo stan people, because there's all these groups that you've probably never even heard of there, and like, I don't know, tickets are really expensive, so like, do what you want with your own money. I'm not telling you what to do, but yeah. While there are some great benefits to being multi-fandom, I do think that there are some negative aspects to being multi-fandom, so let's talk about those now. First thing really is, if you lived in Korea and being multi-fandom is very frowned upon in Korea. It's one of those things that K-fans are like, we are with you until the day we all die. And that is it. In the US or in other countries, it's a lot easier to stan multiple groups because you're not actually there with them like every single day doing all of their showcases and fan meetings and everything. If you were multi-fandom in Korea, like that would need to be your full-time job. Like there's no way you could do it otherwise. If some fans find out that you are going to other concerts or other fan meetings or other fan signs, it's kind of like a big no-no, especially if you are like a huge fan of a group and then you go to another group, they're like, what are you doing though? So there's that aspect. In the US, like in other countries, in the international fan, less frowned upon. It's actually kind of expected for you to be multi-fandom. The next thing that's bad about being multi-fandom is the fan wars. If two of your group's fans hate each other, you're literally always stuck in the middle of it, and it's just like not a great time, to be honest. Also, I would say that sometimes being multi-fandom is like overwhelming, because if all of your faves make comebacks at the same, then you're like, and if you're someone who streams a lot or like votes on music shows a lot, which I know not everyone does, and that's okay. But if you're someone like that and two of your favorite groups are up against each other for number one, like, who do you pick? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is just so, oh, I don't know. Or if all their albums drop at the same time and you're a collector, you have to buy all of their albums, and it's like very expensive time in life. Whereas if you only stand one group, you really probably can spend as much on some groups. Like if you just stand BTS, for example, you could probably spend as much as I do on multiple groups every single month, because they have so much stuff that you could thoroughly collect. Same with NCT or any of this Monsta X. I'm sure that if I only like bought my ultimate stuff, then I would probably mostly be buying stuff from Monsta X right now, and I'm sure I could spend as much money as I do like on other groups. So you can have a more thorough collection. It's a benefit. The next thing is end of the year shows. It's the same thing as like music shows. If everybody comes back at the same time, who do you vote for? And it's the worst, because if one fandom is like, we gotta vote for this group, and you are like, but I like this group too, then they're like, fake stan, and yeah, it's a whole thing. But mostly the fans make it hard to be multi-fandom. Also, some fans, I'm gonna make a different video just talking about like stream culture, but some fans are like, if you're not streaming, you're useless. Like, you shouldn't even be in the fandom, and it's really sad. I definitely prefer to be multi-fandom. Obviously, I am super multi-fandom. I collect like 8 billion groups, and yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. It is overwhelming to keep up with everything. You can't follow groups as closely, like for watching every music show performance, even though I used to try, but now I just stand too many groups for this. And there's also comebacks happening all the time that you could follow every single variety show, every single like drama that the members of the groups are in, or watch all of their performances and backstages and interviews. And especially if they have overseas activities in Japan or the United States or wherever, it's like it just becomes a lot to just focus on all of the groups. Like, you can't focus on everybody the same way, which is kind of how I differentiate my ultimates from other groups. But yeah, so that is a little like comparing being multi-fandom and not multi-fandom. I would prefer to be multi-fandom for sure. I think it's fun. I think having multiple concerts come to the US a year is fun. It's really expensive, and it's really hard to like if I were to just stand Monsta X, say, and they came on their world tour and they had 5 stops in the US, I probably could just like make that my time off of work for the year and just follow them to all 5 stops. But because I saw like ATs earlier this year, and there's other groups that might come this year that I want to see, it's like hard for me to be like, hey, can I go to these 5 K-pop concerts at work? And they're like, no. So yeah, that's one of those things that I'm like, how do I be a stay-at-home worker person? Not really. I don't really want that. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't know. But I think it's fun. I think seeing interactions is fun. Seeing collaborations is fun. Standing multiple groups within the same company, I think, is also okay. I am a company stan, not of the company, but of the artists under said companies. So yeah, I could make a totally separate video about company stans too. But yeah, that is kind of just like what I think about being multi-fandom and the benefits and the not so great parts of it. Let me know if you can think of any others in the comment section down below. I would really like to hear like both sides of the story, if you're multi-fandom or if you only stand one group. Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you ever have any other video idea like topics that you want me to make videos about, let me know in the comment section down below about that too. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.